our 5 queens once again in a hallway. A hallway that has no beginning and no end. No windows, no doors. Just a floor, 2 walls, and a seemingly infinite ceiling above them. However, this hallway does have a different color. Whereas the first hallway our queens found themselves in at the beginning of the labyrinth was much more of a light sandstone hue. This one, the stones on this hallway are much more aqua and teal in color. Color being the only thing reassuring our queens that they are making their way through. Andreas Acker's labyrinth. The labyrinth inside the Chaosium. We find our 5 queens standing in the hallway moments after Andreas has delivered terrible, terrible news. As Dee looks down at her hands, she then sees and senses that all of her clerical abilities, all of her magic as well, is gone.
This is bad. Super bad.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just kind of surprised he's able to use it that long. I kind of thought he would have put the kibosh on that right away.
But how did he get rid of her powers? Like, is he also a god, or is just? I just don't feel like this is real.
I think this is like a space that he controls, so I think he can do whatever he wants with it.
Well, I mean, if he can take my powers, I don't know what's stopping him from doing anything else.
That's exactly how I feel. Like,
nothing has stopped him. I was stuck in a wall.
What if he's undressing me with his eyes right now, or just decides to take off my clothes? That's a really legitimate concern.
Any other legitimate concerns?
I'm worried that, like, we're really tiny and we're in the Chaosium. The Chaosium's in his pocket, and he's just, like, walking around with us in his pocket and all these people in this fake tavern, and it's really bothering me that we might be even tinier than usual.
What if we're, like, in a squirrel's skull that's a Chaosium? What if it was a cultist of Arius, and this is like that? We're even tinier than what we think you have to be in order to be.
And then when you put the cloak on, you're even tinier than you normally are.
Yeah, that's true. What if we're all dead?
We actually might be.
I mean, this does kind of feel like hell, so.
I feel like everywhere we go kind of feels like hell until we beat up something or kill it, and then we're like, yay, for like 5 minutes, and then we're back in hell.
Yeah. Look, hopefully, I mean, I feel like I would definitely sense if we were dead. I would hope.
Do you?
Do you know what being dead's like?
Well, I mean, I know what it feels like to heal people and to put life back into something, so I'm assuming that I would know what it feels like when life is being taken away.
Or it could be like the moment right before we die, and this is just like the longest dream ever.
Or we've always been dead, and this is just a continuation.
Oh, true.
Or what if we weren't dead, and then we were dead, and then there's like a different overlapping story?
I don't think this place is good for us. I think we're getting a little weird.
I feel like we're spinning. We're spinning, and we're worrying about things I never think about.
Yeah, I'm not the thinker. That's not my job.
Yeah.
Do you think we're supposed to be walking down this hall or going backwards again? Or do we figure out this? Yeah, we go forward. We always go forward, right?
Always go forward. I think that's absolutely right.
Well, Hannah, you were able to feel some energy, right? Are you feeling that in this room, like the heart?
Oh, maybe. Hopefully all my magic isn't gone. Let's see what happens. I don't have any magic, I say out loud. And I'd like to press around the walls to see if I could feel for some pulsing.
Because you rolled a super high success in the last episode, you now have this ability where you can sense the heartbeat of the labyrinth.
So I have a sense of like where it's going. Okay. You guys, everything's great. I got this. My powers are still on fire, and I'd like to take us towards where I think we should be going.
You start walking down a hallway, and somewhat similarly to before, Hannah, you leading the group, you see a figure standing against a wall in the distance.
So this is going to be a skeleton. They're going to be holding a candle. It's probably just going to be like a level harder than the first one was. We'll capture all the elements, and then we'll just get to Chamber 3.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
I mean, that one lady said she fought a minotaur, so I think these things might change.
Which means we don't have to fight that minotaur because she killed it.
Maybe there's more than one minotaur.
Yeah.
I think that would be irrational. One minotaur can't handle... It's kind of like a beta fish. You can't have 2 beta fish in a jar.
Unless they're a family. Wait, is that a thing? No.
Yeah. What if one's a minotaur and one's a datatar?
Can I get situated?
Sure. Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
A maxotar.
A baby tar?
Okay. All right, that is a 9.
So with a 9, you can either ask me one question or you can observe one thing.
I'd like to observe one thing.
Wonderful. Funny you should mention Minotaur.
Oh no.
This figure does not look human, elf, smidgen, or even half-orc size.
Hey, buddy, are you gonna kill us? Are you gonna help us? Or I just feel like at this point, it's with one or the other. There's no middle ground anymore.
Hop to it. Let's just get on with it.
We're the rat queens. Everyone wants to kill us. Which one are you?
Can I dispel magic?
You want to dispel magic? Roll me 2d6
The
plus
whole
skill.
labyrinth goes down. Why didn't you think of it sooner?
She forgets that she is like trained, which that's not going to do much work. 6, 7.
Token?
Let's see what the token status is.
Oh yeah. Please help us.
Maybe I can
we're
click.
Dumb.
Or I just roll badly.
Hannah, you have 3 tokens. Violet has 3 tokens. Braga has 3 tokens. Betty has 3 tokens.
Thank you, tokens.
Amazing.
Thank you,
I'm
Vivian.
going to make it a 10 because Lord knows I really want to know what's going to happen.
Everything is dispelled. We win. Solved your labyrinth. Whoosh.
Wonderful. With
We win.
Hannah with a 10, cast out your. How do you dispel magic?
So I am pressing against the walls. I'm doing like this funny thing where I'm like, I don't even need to look to see where I'm going. But all of a sudden I realized that like I might be able to tap into like a vein or some actual pulsation of whatever this is. So I feel like I can infuse in my magic like a temporary or permanent stop in it. Like while having my hands against the walls.
Oh, you can like dispel the magic in the area.
Yeah, in this room, I feel like I can get the sense of like if it's pulsating where a vein might be or something like that.
Almost like loading your spell into like a ley line kind of thing.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sounds
That
good.
sounds right. I think we all agree that that's what she can do.
Hannah, yeah, you put your hand against this wall, and you almost, as you sense the heartbeat, you almost, in a somewhat of a fear, you shoot off a dispel magic spell, and you feel this spell heat wave scorch through the veins of this wall until it reaches the figure in the distance. And then what you hear is the sound of chains being broken.
So did you dispel a good magic or a bad magic?
I don't know.
Yeah, did you just like hurt us really well?
I don't know.
Hey, thing down. Hey, who dis?
Wait. I
Are
pull out
you all right?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
What?
Oh, you see coming towards you is this female minotaur in adventurer's gear, and she has these cute 2 little braids coming down the sides of her little cow ears, and a little daisy in her hair.
Stop it.
Oh, you would not believe some other adventurer came in here and decided to put magical chains on me and even spellbinded my mouth so I couldn't call out for help. People keep trying to fight me in this space. I don't know why.
I think it's because there's a whole thing about mazes and minotaurs are always bad, but I don't think that's true in your case, is it?
Look, I'm just a minotaur. I'm sorry that other minotaurs have been so bad and have posed us. I mean, look, and when you get hired to guard a labyrinth or a maze or a puzzle, like that's just honest work for some folks.
I'd like
That's
to
fair.
get personal with her.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Of which I have none. Oh my gosh.
Hashtag not all minotaurs.
No tokens, right? Because
Right.
I don't deserve them.
You have
That's why, yes.
My
Hannah-
pun just wiped out your tokens.
you have no tokens, but there are 2 second chances.
I'll take it.
Yeah, let's get personal.
We'll see what happens. What's
Okay.
the worst I could do? Fail again? Oh my god!
Well, one didn't go in the tray, so.
I know,
Tray on a
I
tray.
know. But there's not very much we can do. Oh god, it's still a 6.
So describe to me how at first how you're gonna try to get.
She's gonna kill us.
Oh no!
I just rampantly I get in like defense mode.
Oh! You see her. She covers her face, and her little ears go back.
Wait, Hannah. You know me. You know that I would love nothing more than to fight a minotaur. But I also want to fight the least amount we have to while we're in this place, because we got to save our strength for real
And
battles.
she literally just said she's just here to protect something, and she
Yeah,
seems
you just
cool.
saved her. She seems super nice.
seems
What's your
super-
name?
My name's Minnie.
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 Minnie, so who hired you to guard this labyrinth?
Oh, I wasn't hired to guard this labyrinth. I was just. Well, you see, I'm just the wandering adventurer.
Oh, you got stuck here like the rest of us.
I got stuck here, yeah. I mean, I would not be surprised if maybe one of my cousins or perhaps another Minotaur found work here, but that's not. I never was super interested in that line of work. A little too dark and dangerous for me. I like seeing the world, even though the world doesn't really like to see much of me.
Oh, that's not cool.
man.
You're adorable.
You are so
Oh.
cute.
That Daisy
you.
really does do a lot for you.
The flower's cute.
Aw,
Wish I could do
thank
those
you.
braids.
So how long have you been stuck in this weird tunnel? This blue tunnel? Teal tunnel?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like it's been about. Well, sometimes it feels like it's been forever, but then sometimes it feels like I'm just like waking up from a nap, or I just woke up from something. I do know that I made past some kind of puzzle to get into this second area. There were some people at that tavern, the Maid's Maze. I'm sure you've all been there if you've
Yeah.
already been here. Kind of this weird rest stop between rooms. I try not to spend a lot of time there, as a lot of people don't like seeing minotaurs and labyrinths. And some people I have met in that space have been very kind and welcoming. Other people have instinctually tried to kill me, thinking I am another enemy in one of these horrible rooms. So, but I seem to have found myself here in the second chamber.
All right, if you've been stuck here, then maybe you know how to get out of this room. You just haven't been able to because you've been chained.
That's true, yeah. I kind of got chained up after the last room I was in. You see, in this... Is this your first time in the second chamber?
Yeah.
You just
And our
found
last.
yourself here?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
never gonna be here again.
We are gonna get out of here.
Well, sometimes... It's not like that first one. They like to, or whoever's in charge of this thing...
Andreas Acker.
I don't even... That name, I hear it, but then it's like I forget it.
Oh, right. There's that thing.
It's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic. Oh.
I just forget it because he's weird and like bit boring.
They like to pit you against somebody else in this one.
Ooh, fun.
What do you mean? Like we have to fight you?
Hopefully not me. I mean, I've had to fight. It comes down to a test, and whoever is successful of that test gets to move on. The other one perishes in the labyrinth.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Well, that's... okay.
And well, I didn't. Neither the person I was fighting or I perished. We simply, I incapacitated them, and they put a spell on me. So essentially, the room flushed us both out. I'm terrified. I hope I don't run into that horrible person ever again.
I hope you don't either, Minnie.
I mean, you probably will if you go to the maid's maze
Yeah,
again,
the
because
tavern.
I think
That's
she's
why I'm
there.
gonna hang out in this hallway, but I don't know if I hang out in the hallway. I don't know if a wall's gonna open. I'm gonna be sucked into another room or another puzzle, or I just want to get out of here. You know what? I haven't been home in so long, and being here just makes me really miss my Meemaw, and I want to go see her.
Do you want to come with us, Minnie?
Well, sure, if that's all right.
Okay,
Why?
but we may end up having to fight you if we go in the other room, though.
Well, hopefully, I mean,
Let's try not to kill each other.
Look,
How
you
about
s-
that one?
you see Minnie kind of straighten up for a sec. I promise not to kill any of y'all if you promise not to kill me.
Deal.
Deal.
Okay.
Did you just openly
No,
show her?
I'm just
crush?
showing you.
Just showing me the GM. Great.
Well, wonderful. Well then, yeah, let's do that. Let's stick it to whoever's making this. I promise not to kill you guys. You guys promise not to kill me.
Many. And the rat queens, no surprise.
Hi, still
there.
here. We're still here because you trapped us and re-trapped us.
Yeah,
We
like-
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, right. It is no surprise because like you're controlling all of it.
That's right. And you see, in my games, we play by my rules. And when
Because you cheat.
players-
Because you cheat. Gotcha.
Those my rules.
Yeah, it's called cheating.
But when players go and make their own rules, well, a price is to be paid. You don't have to kill Minnie, and Minnie doesn't have to kill you. But
And then you see D start to disappear into sand.
No.
I'm taking your cleric for the rest of this chamber.
Why? Where are you gonna put her?
Oh no, take me instead. I think she's gonna get to like take a little vacation and then we'll.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Yeah, I
She
don't-
just turned into sand.
He said the rest of this chamber.
Yeah. The wording was very.
If you can make
Hey.
it through the second chamber, then perhaps... No, I will be kind. I promise Dee will be waiting for you in the third chamber.
Hey, Acker. We were a little bit rude to you on the boat and earlier yesterday. I'm going to concede to that point. But I'm going to let you know right now, I don't care how powerful you are. I don't care how many Chaosiums you manipulate. I don't care how big of a labyrinth you make. If we get through this and a single hair on Dee's head has been harmed, you will never feel the end of my fury. Do you understand me?
What she said.
Yes, I third it. I third that.
Or
Oh, Braga.
I look forward to it.
I do too.
Oh, just take us out now then. We'll fucking kick your ass
Yeah,
out.
bring it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start the first poll in the chat. So be sure to get active in the chat right now. That first poll will be coming up, and it is time for you to affect tonight's story. The four of you stand there with Minnie the Minotaur, who is now white in the face, just having watched one of you disappear.
I'm gonna get honest with you. I was gonna kill you if I needed to, but really glad that I don't have to. You are very sweet, but
I'm so sorry.
why are you sorry?
I didn't mean for your friend to get dusted
Hey,
like that.
don't apologize for him. This is not on you. It's on this dude.
Women cannot apologize for men anymore.
Agreed.
He's got his own inferiority complex, and it's not our problem. He literally had to make us small in order to live with himself.
True. That's so true.
He can't handle us. He had to build a labyrinth.
What an idiot! And I hope he can hear me right now.
yeah,
So
suck.
you all know him.
I mean,
That's
we,
a strong term.
Yeah, vaguely.
Apparently, we met him on a boat.
we heard his ego, and he's a dude. And he got
Yeah.
like super fragile about it, and put us in here.
Yeah,
He, like,
but in
made a
terms
whole-
of like him, like really knowing us, no, not really.
It's so weird because I cannot, for the life of me, I don't even know. I hear this person's voice. It sounds familiar, but it's almost like I instantly forget it or his name. You said it was some kind of magic, right?
Yeah, it's magic.
Yep. He doesn't want people knowing that he's the bad guy, even though he's the one who made this weird prison for everybody. So I feel like you'd want everyone to know that you put
Well,
them
remember,
in there.
because
but
the
then you do
triad
things.
also has that thing where like,
Oh, the-
nobody
He
who,
wants
yeah.
to be remembered,
Right,
and it's impossible.
Yeah, it's the opposite of it. Yeah.
He should just. Anyway, we gotta go. Let's go. Minnie,
Yeah.
All right.
ladies, shall we?
Yeah, let's go
Into the
fight.
Chambers of death, probably.
Let's go do some fighting.
As the five of you, 4 rat queens and 1 Minnie the Minotaur, make your way through the hallway, still following Hannah's direction. She's still sensing the pulsing and the heartbeat of the labyrinth. Suddenly you come upon two doors, 2 empty doors, 2 door frames that lead into complete
I
darkness.
see. Like a fork.
How about you guys go in one and I'll go in the other?
By yourself?
Look, you see me. I'm a very strong woman. I can handle myself. You all should stick together. Trust me.
I mean, that way, if we do come upon each other, we don't have to kill each other, and who knows, maybe that's the secret to how we get out of here, is if somehow we end up fighting one another.
Well, what if I just hold your hoofs? I'd like to see if I can tell where the pulse is going to tell where to go.
You feel it diverge into both rooms.
Minnie, if that's what you want to do and that's what you think is best, then all right.
Yeah, we'll respect that.
All right. Well, hopefully I will see you all in the maid's maze. Good luck to each of you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. I'm hoping I just get like a puzzle and not a fight or a trap.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay positive.
I will.
She gives you a thumbs up with her hoof.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we go. As you see, she draws from her back what looks to be one blade, but then you see she pulls the handle of it, and she actually has 2 dancing dual blades.
Oh, nice.
As she walks her way into the right corridor, and as soon as she passes through, bricks appear, and it is no longer an opening.
We just lost a great fighter. We should have just gone with her.
She made a good point. We don't know.
I am standing right here.
An additional.
Okay.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. No, let's just go.
We can use all the help we can get, Braga.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, like, she seems really nice. I wouldn't want to have killed her, but I really wanted to fight her.
Just like you could spar.
Yeah,
I
like,
would have
not,
paid.
like maybe not in a death
Exactly.
skull. Yeah.
I would have paid to see it.
It feels like she's a little more prepped for a sweet little bake sale, though.
No, not until she pulls those blades out.
I guess it's true. The blades really did it. That's true.
All right, so the left door then, I guess? That's all we can do?
Left door. We barrel through the left door.
Yeah.
As you go through the left door, you find yourselves standing in what appears to be a lovely room. There is hardwood floors. There are these red velvet curtains on the walls. And in the center of the room is a table with a red velvet tablecloth. Sitting in the middle of the table is a golden scale. And in front of the scale are a few objects. 6 objects to be exact. A red crystal, a turquoise crystal, a yellow crystal, a purple crystal, a gray crystal, and 1 large black crystal.
So red, turquoise, gray, yellow, black, and what?
Purple.
Purple.
And the crystal's the largest.
The black crystal is the largest.
That's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
All the other crystals
Are the same.
are roughly the same size.
Is it a scale where there's 2 parts?
Yes.
Like this? Okay. Yay, a puzzle, our favorite. Do you think if we just break the scale, he'll have to like redo the room and we'll have to come back in?
God, that's such a great idea.
Right? I mean, we should probably try to solve it also.
What if we just smashed it?
Or I would like to get situated in the room to see if there are any clues about what we're supposed to be doing in this room.
Roll me 2d6 plus your canny.
Braga. I'm like, I kind of wish I was just fighting a Minotaur right now.
That's a 9, and I'll use my tokens for a 10.
One of your tokens?
Yeah.
All right.
Hannah is too.
Yeah, like, I could have handled that more than I can handle thinking.
You may ask 3 questions or observe 3 things.
Right. What's going on here that I am not immediately aware of?
Betty, you notice as you stare down at the beautiful, beautiful table in front of you with the scales and the objects and the crystals, your eye catches something on the ground. The ground beneath you is this beautiful kind of, I said hardwood floor. You see that around the table is this golden inscription that reads, "Once the balance has been found, then you may proceed."
Hey guys, look at the side of the table. It says, once the balance has been found, then you can proceed. Also, I know the answer to this riddle. It's very easy.
What is it?
What is it?
Doesn't all the colors make black, so black aren't... Oh, wait, no, it's a gray one. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, I thought I had it, because all colors make black.
Yeah, that seems right.
Astute.
But when one stone is gray.
Well, gray is a color.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's kind of whitish.
What if it's all the other colors and the gray and the black one on the thing? What if we just put the black on one of them and just see what happens?
what's the best way to get out of here with my button tagged? You're gonna say solve the never mind. You're gonna say solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Dang it,
Betty,
Question.
you recognize as you kind of hold these crystals in your hand. In your left hand, you hold the red crystal, and in your right hand, you hold the turquoise crystal. And almost standing directly in front of you are Hannah and Violet in red armor and in turquoise armor. So you start to infer that perhaps these crystals are meant to reference you.
What are you looking at?
This one's you. This one's you.
What? Don't talk to me like that.
But we have too many colors. I'm yellow.
Wait, no. Yeah, I'm gray.
You're gray.
D would be purple, and then black is probably the
it
skull.
can't be that simple.
It
Who's
could be.
who's black? What's the black thing?
Maybe black is Aries.
Aries?
Oh, wait, the gray is Aries. And that could be black.
Nrigoth?
Rigoth's purple.
I don't know.
I
This is not
fought,
my-
I fought those tentacles. They were purple as it was purple as shit.
But doesn't D typically?
Yeah.
Doesn't.
What is it?
I'm just trying to remember what
Yeah,
what D normally wears.
Purple.
She's
Purple.
It's okay.
Are
We're gonna
she's
get
still
her back.
having residual
Sorry.
No, we get it,
forgetfulness.
but yeah, don't beat yourself up about
Of course.
color. It's purple.
You couldn't have saved her.
Thank you.
What's the best way to stop the situation from getting worse? My last question.
Betty, you realize that you're probably going to... It's some kind of balancing mechanism. A balance must be made between the objects at hand. The objects in their present state, or in an altered one. You must decide.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to make an executive decision. I'm going to show you. I'll take care of my women. And I'd like to put the black crystal on one side. And then all the remaining crystals on the other side.
You see, for a moment, it appears that there is balance.
Ah! I'm so good!
But then almost immediately, the black crystal slams down onto the table, sending the 5 crystals up into the air.
I'd
landing.
like to catch them before they fall.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Oh.
12.
Hannah, you miraculously... Yes, describe to me how you catch them all.
I don't know what Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is, but imagine like a
Slow-mo.
Like
Correct.
a mage hand grabs one.
yeah, and like brings it all in, and everything falls into my hand. And because I rolled so well and used magic and skill, I have an idea of what their true weight is.
Ding dong. I think
What do you think their true weight is?
Hannah knows.
Hannah
But
knows.
not Jess.
Jessica doesn't. Hannah
She doesn't
knows.
actually have the ones in real life to hold. so.
Correct.
I will say Hannah gets a feel that all these crystals weigh the same.
Even the black one.
Even the black one, which is bizarre.
I think it's like if the crystals are us and I don't know. I can't get past that part.
I throw the black crystal against the wall.
You throw the black crystal against the wall and nothing happens to it.
Maybe we need to break it.
Is there anything else? Can I see anything else in this room? Any other clues?
There are a few, like I said, there's just some nice red curtains. You see that there's these kind of bookshelves on the wall too. You go and you open a book though, and it's almost as if it's all for show. Some of them have empty blank pages. Some of them you open up and it's just the outside of a book for decoration.
All right.
Maybe
What if we put... Okay, who of us do we know has marks of areas?
all of us?
Everyone but Violet, right?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so I put the black and all of the ones that are not turquoise on one side. I put the turquoise one on the other side to see what happens.
I don't think D is touched either.
No, D is.
D is.
Yes.
Braga immediately, the scale with all of the crystals except Violet's, like
Okay.
just comes crashing down, sending Violet's into the air. What do you do?
I catch it.
Roll me 2d6 with skill.
Maybe
Fail.
Thank you.
Just let it fall on the ground.
The crystal shatters
Ah.
onto the ground.
Were you supposed to break these things? Because one's broken now. Hannah, one's broken.
Hey, it wasn't my fault.
That's my fault. I'm taking the blame for that.
That's a
one.
pretty good idea, Braga.
It's all right. It still is going to have
Obviously
the
not
same
Do you feel
amount.
okay?
I do. I feel
Do you feel like you're shattered?
Violet, you feel fine.
great. Yeah, I thought I did, and I do. So I'm going to. Do you know what? I think this is going to have the same weight as long as we pick up all the pieces.
Violet, as you bend down to pick up the turquoise crystal pieces, you notice that this crystal has broken, but it's not shards on the ground. It's a powder.
It's just a powder.
God,
Please don't blow pieces of my body across the.
I mean, we don't know it's your body. It's just a.
maybe just put
This
half.
is my body.
Why don't you just try putting half the sand in the one side and half the sand on the other side? And see what happens.
What if we break everybody
Uh-huh.
and we're all just
Mixed together.
mixed together?
Oh,
yeah,
make
sure.
a bunch of sand. So if this doesn't work, we can't get out of this room though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
unless
true.
there's a reset somewhere in
There
this
might
room.
be. All right.
I mean, it's already broken at this point.
Put
so.
you in here. And then I put the remaining colors in, and I use the end of my quarterstaff and grind
Smush 'em
everything
up.
up. Mortar and pestle
Yay!
it.
This reminds me of other stuff.
As you break the crystals beneath your staff, you see that, yes, the once was red, turquoise, yellow, purple, and gray crystals start to turn into a fine powder,
Great.
a white powder,
Oh,
as it sits in the scale.
but half and half.
Put the black one on the other side.
Okay, wait. Don't we need to?
I doubt it. It doesn't break. I threw it at the wall.
True.
I put the black one. Braga, you were right all along. I think I put the black one on the other opposite
Oh, I
scale.
think that was. I think that
Yeah,
was
you
Betty.
said about color.
Well, that was Betty that tried to. Okay, doesn't matter.
As you put the black crystal on the other side of the scale, for a moment it's balanced, and then you simply see the scale go back and forth, almost undecided, as if one more component remains.
It's close. So we're clearly somewhere. Us all together as one. We're almost balanced. What are we missing?
Maybe we needed Minnie after all and get a pink stone.
Is there any? Can I get?
You can roll, yes, you may roll get situated.
I'm about to spit in it. I have no idea.
Only 2d6 plus your canny.
Oh, God.
Do we have any rerolls?
There is 1 second chance, and Violet, you have 4 tokens.
Oh,
I
dang.
think you're good.
Well, and you said plus canny, so that is 5, 6, 7. I could do 7.
So you'll be using 2 tokens.
Yes, please.
Violet, as you look closer at this powder, you notice that something about it looks familiar. You can't put your finger on it, but you have an inkling that if perhaps this powder is somehow affected by an element, then perhaps something may happen.
Water?
Fire.
I spit on it.
I think you should spit on it.
I was gonna say fire.
Fire. Fire's also second choice. We're gonna go with fire.
Yeah. I
If
just don't-
it doesn't
Hannah-
work, it'll dry it up. Okay. I'm going to spit on it
You spit on it.
and stir it up.
You now make a paste, and the scale starts to tip even further unevenly.
All right, I'd like to cast Fireball now and harden
Oh wait,
it.
maybe not. Yeah. Well.
I don't. Okay.
I don't, then never mind.
What do you think? What other element?
I don't
More dirt.
I blow on it like wind.
No.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do that. 'cause
Oh.
of the dust. I wouldn't do that. Never mind.
Other elements.
I caught myself. I wouldn't blow on it. Yeah.
We
Extra earth.
We did take water from the. We
Well,
have.
we already made it a paste. It's already a paste. We did the pace thing.
What if I light the black stone on fire?
Well,
I love
how
you.
you know how you make glasses? You heat up sand. So maybe you're supposed to make it into a shard. So light it up. What else are we supposed to do?
I'm gonna boil that. I'm gonna boil that pipe.
He's real good though.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Just roll well.
Don't mess it up though, Hannah. Yikes.
We're gonna take a re-roll.
Yep.
All right.
We'll never get out of here.
We died today.
I can't help her in any way, can I?
You can. I will say you can help focus Hannah.
Okay.
So you can roll me 2d6 plus. Oh wait, this is a second chance, isn't
It's
it?
too late now.
Yeah, it's too late. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything. Oh God,
Oh.
why? Good Lord. 6, 7. Any tokens? No, I can't use them. 7.
Nope.
7.
So 7.
7.
With a 7, describe to me how at first you fail.
I'm not really good at conjuring fire out of my hands because I don't have my wand anymore. But I end up, it kind of doesn't happen. But my fingertips get warm and annoying. But then my nails turn into fire, and so I am cooking it, but like on a low simmer, like not hot enough, but kind of hot.
You see as your fingertips glow and have this light fire to them, as you try and cook the powder underneath the scale, nothing seems to be happening. Even though you're increasing the heat on the scale, the powder isn't reacting to it from that space.
I like to move my fingertips atop it and move it, like stir it with the fire.
As you put your fingertips, your softly glowing fingertips on top of the powder, you kind of mush your fingers around. You start to see the powder start to pop and ignite.
Oh.
Until, Hannah, you start to feel almost this powder like a magnet reacting to the flames that your fingers are creating. And this once paste becomes powder once again, and this powder starts to then converge at the center where your fingertips are until it starts to hover in the air.
Yay.
As a pure ball of light. As the light sits on the scale and the dark crystal sits on the other side of the scale, finally achieving balance.
Why,
I'm amazing.
Why is this thing? Hold on. Let's analyze this solution for a second.
All right. Yeah.
If this guy whose name I still can't remember is evil,
Hacker. Andreas Hacker.
does he acknowledge that the black crystal is very bad and evil, and that only all of us combined can defeat it? Because if that's that's a very that's because he seems just like completely evil. So is he actually secretly optimistic that we're going to turn this around?
Sometimes the bad people have a death wish. They just want to die in some
I just
glory.
really didn't think that was going to be the answer. I thought it was going to be like, oh, evil trumps all, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we were trying to think what would he think instead of what is accurate.
Oh well, moving right along.
Suddenly, as the four of you stare upon the scale, you suddenly see at the back of the room 2 of the red velvet curtains part, and there is a beautiful gold and gilded door.
What if that door was there the whole time? We could just left.
Oh my God, we didn't look behind
Why
the
didn't
curtain.
we check?
No, maybe it wasn't there the whole time.
Yeah,
I
we've
think
been in a few rooms where there haven't been doors, and there are doors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
not
think there
doors
wasn't.
But
So let's
if
not
it
be
was
too hard on
there,
ourselves.
we're
Okay,
ding-dongs.
new rule.
New rule.
Always
Check
look behind
the
curtains.
curtains.
Okay.
Yeah. we
Agreed?
should be
Everyone
doing
agrees?
that. I don't know
Okay.
why we're
Agreed.
not doing that. It's
I promise.
So we go
like
to
our
the door.
first adventure all over again.
Let's go through the door.
Yep.
Wonderful. You go through the beautiful gold door, and you find yourself standing in absolute darkness.
Ladies,
Yes.
still here?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Can we just
Hannah,
hold hands?
You find it very hard to hear the other queens in the room, as though Violet, Braga, and Betty can hear you and answer you. It's almost as if your senses have gone dull.
So I hear them a little bit.
Can we
You
hear
hear
each
them
other
almost
okay?
in the distance. They may be immediately close to you, but you hear as if they are incredibly far away.
Can we
Where-
hear each other okay?
You still hear, yes, Braga, Betty, and Violet, you still hear the 3 of each other okay.
Am I sand now? Did I turn into sand? Where are you?
No, we're right here.
You're not
Hannah.
sand. You're just
Hannah.
being dumb.
Hannah.
I'd like to like reach, like accidentally slap them or try and get their hands or something.
Hannah, you try and reach out and nothing's there. Only darkness and loneliness.
Hannah?
Yo, Hannah, where are you?
Hannah, are you here?
Why isn't she answering us?
I don't know. I can hear you. We can hear. Can she not hear us?
Braga, as you respond to Violet, you suddenly feel the floor beneath you start to move, as almost the room starts to sway, as if you were aboard a boat.
Oh no.
And then, from beside you, you start to see almost the square. As you look down, you see that you're standing on a 3x3 square of stone. And suddenly, the stones around you start to disappear and water starts to fill the space around you as the rocking intensifies.
Oh, are you guys seeing water?
I don't
Ladies?
think so. What?
Ladies, water?
How are you in water? What's going on?
We're in a evil maze. There's water. I don't know what to
Okay.
tell you.
Betty and Violet, you don't see water, but you do see each other.
Hi.
Okay. Where's everybody else?
I don't know. What's Braga saying about water?
I don't know. Hannah's somewhere far. I don't know where she went.
Violet, suddenly you see scurrying. You see something scurry behind Betty.
No.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
I'm so sorry. I think I see something. I'm so sorry. It's nothing.
I turn around and look.
It's nothing. It can't be anything.
Betty, you don't see anything, but as soon as you turn around and you face Violet, you see something scurrying behind Violet as well.
Yo! Behind you, there's also something. Little thing.
What is it?
I don't know. Small.
So how
thing.
big? How big? Tell me.
Wait. Okay. Can I still hear them? Can they hear me
You can still hear
Okay.
them.
Wait, this can't be real. Something is actively trying to scare. Hang on. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Did you barf?
I'm going to. It's like that. It's like when on the way to Stridus. I'm not good on boats.
Okay.
Violet, you then see scurrying right next to Betty's leg is a large rodent of unusual size. This
don't think they
is
exist.
a 3-foot-long possum-looking creature with huge gnarled claws, jagged teeth, and you see that it's like out of its mouth is kind of it's dripping this green saliva.
Ew.
No. Be careful, please. Be careful. They're terrible. They stay up at night. And they eat people's trash.
Wait. Do I see
Betty,
it?
you do not see anything, but you see, besides Violet, you see this yellow, scaly scorpion start to kind of hang its tail around Violet as it slowly, you hear its feet like click, 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 click against the stones around her.
What is it? I can't see it. What is it?
Hannah, we cut to you back in your void.
I am fine. I'm okay. Everything is fine.
You feel the darkness start to come in tighter and tighter.
I'm okay.
You start to not be able to hear the sound of your own voice, though you feel your mouth making the words and the breath escaping from your mouth as if everything is muted and in silence. We cut to Braga. Braga, you feel the water raising to your knees as the floor, almost like a ship back and forth. You feel it rocking you, and you can't get your footing at all.
I start to sing one of the sea shanties that I heard the people singing on the boat on the way to Stridus, and then I just start like closing my eyes and singing the song and trying to like push out the idea of the water from my mind and just try to start walking forward.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Okay, that is going to be an 8 plus 1 is a 9. So I will spend 1 of my tokens to make that a solid 10. Thank you, tokens.
Wonderful. With a 10, Braga, can you give me a taste of this sea shanty?
Oh, God.
We knew that was going to
Twiddly-di-di-di-o, twiddly-di-di-o. If you've never been out on a Saturday night, you've never been out at all, which is more of an Irish jig, but whatever. That's what I'm doing.
Is there a little bit more?
You know what? Give me a second and there will be.
Braga, as you sing this sea shanty, you start to feel, because it was a 10, you start to feel the water start to recede. The room still feels like it's swaying, but the water starts to recede, and you start to feel within your heart some semblance of hope and serenity.
Okay. I gotta find this. Hang on.
We cut to Betty and Violet. Violet, you're seeing this terrifying possum of unusual size that is wrapping its pink rodent-y tail around Betty's legs.
Don't move.
Betty, you're seeing this scorpion starting to hitch up its tail, aiming directly towards Violet's heart.
Hold on. So I can't look at you right now because there's something really scary behind you, but but you see something scary behind me too?
I see something on your leg. I don't mean to overwhelm you, but it's going to make a hissing sound.
On the count of 3, we're going to look behind ourselves and see if we see the thing. Just look behind yourself. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You turn around, you actually do see the things that are behind you. Violet, you do see this large yellow scorpion starting to hitch its tail towards you. Betty, you turn around and you see this large 3-foot-sized, terrifying, gnarly-looking possum.
Oh! Wait, Violet, why are you scared of this thing? This is alright. We're the rat queens. These are like rat adjacent.
They're not rats.
They're like a little, hey buddy. I turn my attention around to the rodent. I want to try to give it some like treats from my bag.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Hey buddy. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now he's looking for 10.
Wow.
With a 10, Betty, what treats do you have in your bag that you give to the large possum of unusual size?
I just have like
The POUS.
an apple core garbage bit and just like a tiny bit of the hot corn, but it's not hot anymore from the last adventure. It's just like some kernels and like the seed part of it, the crunchy bits, and it's like a handful of each. And it's kind of go, here you go, buddy. Here, have some little treatsies. You hungo? Here you go.
As you extend your hand, you see like the green slobber and the saliva from this possum. You see its nose start to, as its large head starts to gently take the food from your hands, as it starts to munch. And as it munches, it slowly starts to recede back into the darkness.
Okay, come help us later if we're in trouble. Bye.
It's not disappeared fully, but
Okay.
it's definitely not attacking you.
Hello, I love you. You're so cute. Hi, buddy.
Violet, you are face to face with a large scorpion that is about to sting you. What do you
I
do?
want to kick it.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Oh, God.
It's an 8, and I have 2 tokens.
Yes, you do.
All right, that's a 10. Kicking that scorpion.
Where do you kick the scorpion? Violet, describe it to me.
I lean back and then I kick it square in the the
Abdomen.
The abdomen, yeah, the biggest part of its body, and then I just want to kick it as high as I possibly can.
You kick this scorpion right in its abdomen, and you actually send it flying back. You hear it hit against something, but then you hear its feet start to kind of scuttle back up until you hear the click, 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 click of its little scorpion, its big scorpion feet, start to come back towards you. We cut to Hannah in the darkness.
So I can't hear myself at all, right?
Mm-mm. What would you like to do?
I'm pretty paralyzed at the moment. I would like to conjure light.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Any tokens?
Hannah, you have 1 token.
I'm going to use it to make a 10. Thank you so much.
Hannah, as you conjure this light, first it appears to be a ball, but then the ball begins to take shape. And at first you think you see your mother standing in front of you. But then it turns out the light is taking the form of yourself. As you see this visage of yourself, this visage of light standing in front of you, smiling. The light salutes back as it extends a hand to you.
Oh, I was about to undress with it. Okay. Okay. I grab its hand.
The light saw what you were going to do and shrugs.
Oh, okay. The best is the best, Hannah. Okay, great. I grab its hand.
As you grab the light's hand, the light starts to guide you out of the darkness until you reach a precipice where the light turns back to you, smiles, and simply starts to walk towards you.
Yo, I know.
Hannah, you feel this light version of yourself, this light visage, walk completely through you, but it doesn't disappear out the other side. It is as if you and this light, pure version of yourself have now become one. As you start to see your skin is glowing, your horns, you can feel your horns are glowing. You feel this ethereal glow about yourself as you take one final step forward. And for the first time in this room, you see your friends. You see Violet, Betty, and Braga.
And I like to run to them.
You immediately start running to them. Braga,
Okay.
do you have that sea shanty?
The one that I was looking up, I think I can't sing because I think actually it's IP that I can't use. So, but I have one that I have come up with in the time that I've had here.
Yay.
And I'm not going to do the whole thing because that would take forever, but I'll do a sample of each
just
verse.
Do
All right.
you.
What do you do with a drunken rat queen? What do you do with a drunken rat queen? What do you do with a drunken rat queen? Early in the morning. Feed her a mushroom and some candy. Give her an axe and hide her brother. Feed her some eggy, bready, bakey. Give her some space and don't bring up Sawyer. Give her a book and don't disturb her early in the morning.
Come on.
Braga, as you sing this,
Very
almost with more passion and fervency with each verse, you feel like your feet are tapping, and as your feet tap, you no longer feel the ground moving against you until you finally open your eyes and you see in front of you a glowing Hannah running towards you.
Hi.
Did you hear me singing?
Did I?
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're right, I do need space sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's help our girlfriends.
Yeah, we gotta find them.
You then see Violet and Betty in somewhat opposite corners from where you're standing, not terribly far away from one another, as the large possum of unusual size that Betty has now calmed still stands there staring intently at Betty as you hear the clicking feet of the scorpion returning back.
No. Don't you dare come near me. Don't you dare. Betty, I have an idea.
Come here, buddy. Your name's Blossom now.
That
Come
is-
here. Come here. Come on, give me a kiss. Give me kisses.
Betty, don't be distracted. That is the worst animal that has ever lived on this earth.
Come on. I throw little kernels. I'm trying to get to come back over to me. Come here, buddy.
It starts to come back over to you.
Yes, I'm gonna give a scratch behind the ears. Okay, real careful. Real careful.
Betty?
Do I pet it?
You pet it, and it just stands there.
Oh, you're a good girl, Blossom. You're so good. I made a new friend. Her name's Blossom, and I love her forever.
Why don't we use your friend Blossom as a distraction so the scorpion can eat it?
What?
Well,
That's a-
we run.
No, I got a friend. This is my friend now.
Okay, this is a living nightmare for me. Yeah. What do you do to make a scorpion go away forever, Betty?
Oh, I forgot the scorpion's still there.
Yeah.
You start to feel this presence behind you, Violet, as almost you feel the airspace behind you start to hiccup a bit. As Betty, you look over and you start to see the scorpion's yellow tail ascending behind Violet once again.
Blossom, you have to help us, please. Blossom, go get it. Go get it. Does Blossom get it?
Blossom stands there.
I want to back kick.
You want to back kick? You don't want to use any of your weapons.
Oh, for some reason,
my
I
God.
assumed they were unusable. That was my
No,
my
you
beat.
have all your
My
weapons
beat.
on you.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Literally, you heard me singing "Give her an axe." And
Wow. Yeah.
By the way, it should have been "Run her a bath," but also.
Both
Yeah.
are good. Well, now that thank you, reason and thought. I am going
Violet,
to.
you then feel your sword and your axe at your sides.
I fear it paralyzed me. I just want to cut it in two then with my axe.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Bless.
I think that was a fair assumption. No.
All right. That is an 8.
With an 8. Violet, you take your axe and you swing it towards the thick part of the scorpion's tail. And unfortunately, because it was an 8, you do manage a clean chop into the tail. But however, your axe has become wedged within the flesh of this scorpion. As you see this kind of green blood start to ooze out of it onto the ground as the scorpion kind of reels with pain and starts to kind of sulk back a bit. It's still like its pincers starting to pinch right in front of you as it methodically moves back and forth, plotting its next move.
Stay away from my friends.
Hannah and Braga, you do see this scorpion and you do see this possum. For some reason, they appear to be the two real threats in the room.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it seems like Betty has made friends with the possum, so I'm gonna run after the scorpion with my axe. I'm gonna try to block Violet from it, so it doesn't sting her. It looks like it's coming after her.
What if I touch it with my light and make it pure?
Sure. I'm gonna hit it with my light as well.
You do
and I'm gonna
that
swing my
first,
axe
and let's see what happens.
because I have those two axes now, so
That's
I can
right.
So I'm just gonna attack it.
Roll me
Yeah.
2d6 plus guts.
I go over to pet the possum.
Yay.
Oh no! Oh no!
So what's that second chance situation?
Believe we got another one. We have 2 second
Yay.
chances.
What's my token situation? So I think I have 2, right?
Braga, you have 3 tokens.
I have 3. Okay, so right now I have a 6. So if I add 1, I can make it a 7, or I can roll a second chance.
I think a 7's okay.
I'll take the 7. So I'll spend.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I have 1 token.
With a 7.
Wait, 2 tokens left. Sorry.
With a 7, Braga, similarly, because it is a mixed success, you are able to chop off. You're able to kind of finish off the rest of the scorpion. However, because you had to swing at the same point where Violet's axe was, Violet, your axe becomes chipped. And so your axe from now on, anytime you roll guts with your axe, you also have a sword, but anytime you roll guts with your axe, it will be with a -1 to that skill.
Sorry, Violet.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Dad made that axe.
Oh my God, Blossom, you're so cute!
It's very
We'll
fuzzy.
get it fixed.
This could be we could be the possum queens, not the rat queens.
Is it purring or is it grumbling?
I think it's happy. It's
It's
fine.
just standing there.
It's fine.
As the scorpion in the back, you completely lop off the tail, and it starts to kind of fall and collapse onto the ground into a pool of green blood as you see its back legs starting to twitch a bit as it lays against the ground. Seeing this, the possum's eyes then turn a terrifying red.
You just let me have a new friend, can you?
is the
She was my
fear
friend.
I will say this, the possum turns towards Hannah.
So
the
my-
possum won't attack you, Betty, because you have made friends with it.
The lightness in my being doesn't imbue it.
It almost enrages the
creeps it out.
possum.
Okay, great.
This possum does not like light.
I'm just gonna take my small dagger and put it underneath the ribs in the heart cavity.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
I didn't get that attached. It didn't happen that quickly. 6, 7, 8. Plus what? Guts?
Guts.
10!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I get it in that place where if you skin an animal properly, you're just like bloodletting it. So like I basically create a faucet of its bloodstream.
God.
Betty, you see that this possum is now bleeding this green blood.
Oh, it's green blood. That's not a real thing.
Blossom, I knew you for so little time.
As Blossom the possum falls into your arms, its legs keep clawing into the air, and its mouth throwing its face back and forth, its mouth chomping down on the air around it, clearly still trying to attack those around you.
Is the scorpion dead?
The scorpion is dead.
Then I think it's laying down on Betty.
It's in Betty's arms and it's thrashing.
Okay, I just want to run over, take my sword, put it out of its misery. I want to I don't want to traumatize you, but I just want to slit its throat. With my sword. Just for mercy.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
This is the only friend I made in these tunnels. I'll remember you forever.
We know Minnie.
We met the Minotaur.
Didn't really connect with her.
Plus what?
Guts.
I wrote you a song.
That is a 9.
With a 9, I will say, Violet, there's a moment where this possum, its head just immediately flies towards you and just stares you directly in the face. And you feel yourself paralyzed as this possum looks into your soul.
She's saying hello.
Tease me. It's my whole family. It wants to kill my whole family.
Does she damage it at all, though, with a 9?
She does
Okay.
damage it, but she's not able to kill it all the way.
Is there a boulder lying around somewhere, like a rock?
I walk up and I try to just use my strength to kind of snuff it out. I'm not gonna
God.
break its neck or anything. I'm just gonna put my hand
I
over
will
its
say
mouth,
this
but-
possum is in such poor shape. You just do
Yeah.
it.
It's very gentle. I'm very shh.
This is your fault for making us empathize with a rat.
Her name was Blossom. She had a name and everything. She was going to be my new best friend. And I was going to train her to get stuff for me and run her around.
As you pet Blossom the possum, the mouth of the possum opens one final time, and crawling onto your arm is a tiny, tiny spider.
Nah! I throw her across the room. I throw the spider out of my room. I get up, but I just start dust up. Nope. F this. Nope.
That
I hate
sound
everything
needs to go
here.
down in history.
Oh, that was
Great.
That was my biggest fear personified. Is you guys.
I stepped on that spider just in case.
It is squished.
Okay, great.
You all right, everybody?
Yeah, I think so.
Look, I'm glowing.
You're no longer glowing.
Violet, I'm sorry about your axe.
I still think I am, though.
Don't be sorry. Thank you for helping.
Is there another door in here
I'm going to
now?
find this dude up in the sky, and I'm going to break his neck.
Great.
I did for the possum.
Oh.
Too soon, Braga.
Sorry.
Way too soon.
Sorry. I didn't actually break its neck. I just...
You hear this rumbling in the room as you feel the ground beneath you start to shake. And from out in front of you, you see almost a circle of light appearing as this giant stone is rolled aside. And the pathway leads forward.
All right.
Here we go.
How could it get worse than that?
You walk out of the room
Why'd
and you
you say
find
that out
yourself
loud?
standing once again in the hallway.
What? Oh, I just wanted to be clear. I didn't. Nothing happened in my fear. I had no fear. Everything was great.
Nothing happened in my fear. That sounds
Like a
right.
sentence. That makes sense.
It sounds like you had a great little vacation.
Nothing happened. I just watched you all be idiots.
Yeah, sure. That's not what a lie sounds like. All right.
You hear this voice charging at you as you see this small dwarf with a huge red beard, metal like helmet
Don't talk about Violet that way.
and long red hair with braids come charging at you with an axe.
If it comes out as yelling like that, I'm already swinging my axe at it. I'm not even that's instinctual. That is.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, so that is a 7, and I'll use my last.
Oh.
No, that'll make it a 9. So yeah, I'll keep it at 7.
Wonderful. With a
Wait.
7.
Yeah, that's 7.
With a 7, I will say that is the best you could have done. With a 7, you find yourself at a test of strengths with this person. As Braga, you're able to see for the first time that this appears to be another living being, perhaps scared out of their mind.
Yeah,
As holding his axe towards you, you see clearly this older, red bearded dwarf.
Okay, so are we like kind of like our the shafts of
Yeah.
our axes are kind of hey.
Are you one of those things in the rooms?
I mean, no.
We're in a hallway.
Are you?
Oh no!
Then why'd you come running at us screaming?
I thought you were another thing in the room.
Well, maybe find out first next time.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Finley.
Well, I'm Braga, and we're the Rat Queens.
Stop yelling.
Are we cool now?
We are cool.
All right. I'm gonna pull my axe.
I'm gonna
back
pull
now.
my axe away as well.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to yell in your ear, buddy.
She's a sensitive smidge.
When will this end?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Just
I'm
as,
sorry. I almost killed you. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Like,
There's a lot of things in this labyrinth.
oh, we got that. Yeah.
Have you been here for a long time, Finley?
It feels like it. Yes. It feels like it a lot. I don't know. Time feels weird. I've never been a good dwarf about time, but it definitely feels like I've been here for a long time.
Yeah, we're hearing that a lot.
I think we're going to have to stop asking that question because
That's
it's
fair.
repetitive.
That's fair.
How long have you been here?
We're not going to answer
Yeah,
that.
same
we're
thing.
not sure.
Just
Same.
what you said. Just say it
The
again.
labyrinth.
Yeah, labyrinth.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
labyrinth.
that's the answer.
Ah.
Yeah, Finley.
So what was your thing you just did besides try to attack us?
Ah, well, I found myself in a pit of snakes, controlled by a much bigger snake.
Oh.
Oh, God, that seems like a better
And then it
fear.
turned out to just be a hydra, so a bunch of snakes attached together.
Ah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I mean, better news if you kill that. It's like one thing to kill instead of a lot of things
kill
to
it?
kill.
I did.
That's pretty
And then
damn good.
it kind of shot me out, and so I apologize if I came in running.
No,
I just
we
didn't
get
know if I was in the hallway again, or the tavern, or another puzzle. Have you been in a I think I spent an entire day in a puzzle.
Oh,
think
puzzles
we
are
are.
the worst.
Yeah,
I'm not a thinker.
We
Yeah.
keep breaking everything. It's hard.
Did we get through that puzzle quickly with the crystals, or did it take a long time?
It feels like
Relatively.
when time's impossible to track.
Labyrinth. All right, and then like,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're less than $100 away from seeing
Sorry, I
what
need to stop
has
yelling in the mic.
befallen Palisade. So, if you'd like to see what's happened in Palisade, once we get to 500, that will be bestowed upon you.
Can I get personal?
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Get personal.
All right, that's an 8.
You can ask him one question, unless
Unless
you'd like to use. No, you don't have any tokens.
Never mind.
Well, then I will not use them. What do you have that I need? I'm just gonna cut right to the chase.
I guess perhaps information.
I'll take it.
Yes, you see, I think I met the person who's created this thing, this labyrinth. You see, I was on my way to Palisade. I was sent there for a quest, a destiny of some kind, and so, well, I found my way there, and I bumped into this person. I can't put a name to a face. It's almost as if their face escapes me. Yet, upon looking at me, I felt as if something knew me. And thus he said, "You will be the first prisoner in the labyrinth."
wait, wasn't one of the triad a dwarf?
Are you a member of the Triad?
What? Oh, that's fantastical organization. No, I am just a traditional dwarven
question.
knight, a dwarven warrior, set forth on this plane for glorious purpose and prophecy.
It seems like the Adre is has been collecting people in here for a long time.
And you're the first person. That sucks.
He said it as almost as if he knew me. As if perhaps our meeting was not by accident. That's what I got a sense of in his voice.
I feel like everyone's connected to Palisade somehow, too.
Yeah.
What were you doing in Palisade? Do you remember?
Well, I was supposed to meet someone there, I think. Yes, that's what it was. I was supposed to meet someone there.
Who?
Okay, wait. So the triad works with time, and they understand. They don't process time normally. What if this Acker figured out who important figures were that were supposed to interact with us or in some way help us, and he pulled them out of the stream to kind of halt that destiny?
That's a lot to take in.
It is. It's a lot to take in, but
And pretty good.
it's pretty good.
When were you heading to Palisade? Like, do you know a specific time? Was it like for a solstice festival or something like that? Or
Oh, it was recently.
yeah, it doesn't really help us with the
Yes,
whole time thing
Well, it was
happening.
after the solstice festival.
Okay.
After.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Was
That's
there a
information.
tentacle god in the sky yet, or no?
Oh,
No,
that was
before.
Excuse me.
Found him.
Are you okay?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, I felt something go through me.
Who hasn't?
Sorry. No, it was much after that. Palisade seemed to be fine for all I know. It had just been somewhat after the summer solstice festival.
Okay.
Around the
Must be somewhat
fall.
recent. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, we keep trying to get people to join us, and so we can
Yeah.
all get out together, but we keep losing them. Minnie's not here, huh? Did you see a Minotaur?
If you're the first one, has anyone gotten past where you've gotten, or are you as deep as anyone's gotten into this labyrinth so far?
I'm guessing that I'm as deep as anyone's gotten so far in this labyrinth.
I guess
Well.
Minnie didn't make it.
Okie dokie. See you later, Finley.
Maybe she still will. Maybe she's got her own fears to face, and it'll
That's
take
true.
us some time.
Well, aren't we all headed to the tavern?
No, we're headed to the next room in the chamber.
Well, it's the tavern, and as soon as you turn behind you, you see that the tavern door to the maid's maze is now right behind you.
It's the
Wait,
tavern.
we finished the second chamber.
I guess so.
Here,
Yes,
I'll meet you inside. As you see Finley go inside and the door close behind him. So you go inside.
Oh, I don't want to.
We have to.
It feels like we're not going anywhere.
But-
Feels like we're just in a circle.
But this is what we did last time.
Yeah,
It is. We went into the tavern.
The tavern exists at the intersection of each chamber.
Right, and then we go into another door, another different door in the tavern, then we go to the next hallway, and then we do more stinking puzzles.
Want to be nice
Hannah-
to pretend to be drunk?
Hannah, do your thing and see if the heartbeat
pulse.
goes towards the tavern or somewhere else, because it could be a trick.
Sure. I'd like to do that.
The heartbeat goes towards the tavern. And Hannah, you sense something irregular about this heartbeat. Something that feels warming.
There's a murmur.
What do you mean, like
Like-
positive?
Like a positive. As soon as you feel this heartbeat, it's almost as if you feel some sort of comfort or relief.
Oh gosh, this is the right choice. Wow, I haven't felt this kind of love in a long time.
So
All
where
right,
should we go, Hannah?
we're going. I think we should go into the tavern. You don't have to follow me, but that's where I'm gonna go.
Yeah, let's all together, guys.
All together.
Ladies, we shouldn't break up.
The four of you go into the room, but it's not the tavern. Instead, you find yourself looking upon a quaint cottage, interior of a cottage, with a beautiful golden sundial rug in the middle. And sitting on a chair, on a rocking chair, almost too small for the chair itself, you see a young girl rocking back and forth with an owl perched on a small stand next to her.
Are you really here, or is this another trick?
I am as much here as I can be. What you're seeing is a visage of me, as if, well, if I trapped myself inside here, then that would be horrible for us all.
What can you tell us?
From what Ven and I have observed, and from what Ven and Andreas Longshot have been communicating back and forth about. You seem to be on some kind of right path. Andreas, they don't know where he is, but they have a sense of where he is, and they can sense that he is getting angrier and angrier.
Oh, yeah.
So it appears that you must be on doing something right.
We're going through his puzzles and like his maze, but it just feels like we're gonna get to the end and then it's just gonna be more. Like, I don't know, if he's created this place, how is he ever gonna let us get to him?
There is a part of him that wants you to succeed. It is the human part of him. The heart that has not been corrupted. As within every darkness there is light, darkness cannot completely snuff out the light. No matter how dark someone may be, there is always hope. Thus Ven and Andreas Longshot have hope for Aker, but I fear that he may not survive this situation at all, whether it be from your hands or Arius themselves.
What do we think? I don't.
You
Don't you vet people better for the triad? Like, why did this guy who's now like a terrorist who gets like just willy-nilly hold us hostage in a chaosium? Don't you think you would have done a little bit better of a job to choose somebody better?
I unfortunately do not choose the triad. Those who wish to become a part go through a long lifetime of vetting and trials. Yet, Hannah, it appears that as this world tumbles further and further into chaos, those whose hearts were pure have been tempted by the darkness more and more.
Why did you say my name? Do you think I'm not pure?
No, I was simply addressing you because you were talking to me and I thought it was polite to use your name.
It did seem like you put emphasis on it.
Okay, Corona.
But she has a point. Remember, Capellius just wanted to save his daughter, and he wasn't trying to do any harm. He just went too far with it.
That's
true.
And the
true.
woman the madam in Cascaseria just wanted to save her town. Like, that's what these things do. They find the thing that you desire in your heart, and it seeps in and it grabs a hold of you and just makes it darker and darker.
Oh my goodness.
Fear and chaos feeds off of the raw emotions of mankind.
Can you direct us to do anything next?
Or give us a power, or...
You do have my necklace, do you not? Ven sent it to you. Where is Dee?
He was taken from us.
There was a necklace in that letter?
You used it, the time thing.
Yes.
Oh!
Time.
Yeah! No, Dee has it.
D got sucked up
She
by
used it.
the guy, and he said he'll return her to us eventually.
The time turner.
She already used it anyway.
Perhaps there is some gift I can give to you. I cannot give it to you here, but I will reverse time and give it to someone that you know, someone that is here, someone to pass it along to you.
Kona,
Yes.
thank you.
You can be a little more sincere. You don't have to bow. That's a lot, it feels like.
It's you know what? I think Corona, even you probably should take what you can get.
Yeah, we can't fix her. We tried.
The
This is
little
actually good
girl
for her.
like this.
who has been kind of looking off in the distance, not really making eye contact with you, for the first time makes eye contact with you. And you almost see like her eye sockets are just completely gold as you start to see the veins on her face turning gold as more and more of these cracks fall down her face.
I must tell you, from what I can see, I must go now, but I will give you this warning, my final gift. This third chamber will be unlike anything you have faced yet. And the final piece of the puzzle will be there as well. For as soon as he is made known to you, and you finally know what place you have in the prophecy of this world, it will come to fruition. But know that this is all par the course. Your fate has been sealed since the day Dee was passed over by Narigoth and was found another fate, A fate that all 5 of you have become entwined upon. Now please continue forward and be safe. I will bestow you my gift upon a friend of yours, a friend in the labyrinth. Find him, and you will find my gift. Be safe, Rat Queens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we gonna die?
You simply see Krona stare at you, and then almost the room that she's in starts to pull backwards, and you see her mouth open to respond, and the door closes again, and then starts to creak open, and there is the tavern.
That was like a no, right? Probably that was a no.
Yeah,
We're not
right?
gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she would have come back to say yes, right? Like, she would have
she'll
found
be able to figure that
Yeah.
out. So we gotta look for.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start that second poll now, so please get active in the chat. We're going to start the second poll to see what happens to our queens next.
We gotta find the thing that she sent to help us. I guess somebody we know.
We gotta find D, and maybe it's Bobbit.
Is Max at the tavern?
You open the door in the tavern. Hannah, are you the first to go in?
Yeah, because I'm really annoyed.
You go in, and the tavern doesn't feel like it once did. Wherein your first kind of run-ins with this tavern, it felt warm and homely like a traditional tavern does. As you enter the tavern once again, something seems off. The lights are more harsh. There's no fire in the hearth. There's less people sitting at the tables. And just this feeling that you get from the pit of your stomach, you see on all the faces that stand there. The only faces in the tavern are Max, Minnie, Bobbit, Rhea J, and Ryazine.
What, Max? What happened to all your patrons? Where'd they go?
Well, I think they might have died. I think something you did. I think you all.
Us?
No,
Like, we did?
you opened up the second chamber. For some reason, you was 5 of you, right?
Yeah.
5 of
Is
you.
Dee not here? We were told we would get her at the second chamber at the end.
You must not be through the second chamber then. I will say this: once you open that first chamber, it wasn't just you who it opened to. It opened to everyone else. And so everyone has been put through the trials of the second chamber, many of which are quite harrowing and worse than the first. And so there have been, yes, there's a few have not come back. I don't know if they're still in rooms. Perhaps I'm holding out hope. I'm holding the bar down for them. But, yes.
Well, maybe they're okay. It was a really, really hard puzzle. It took all of us to figure it out.
They might still be trying to solve it. It's a complicated one.
Yeah.
Who knows? If this labyrinth is really as magical as you say it is, then maybe they're not. Maybe they're not really dead. Maybe they're in some kind of purgatory. Maybe I'm hoping. All I can do right now is hope.
Well, it sounds like this games master is angrier and angrier too. So maybe he's lashing out at people more than he was before.
Why doesn't he just put us through the paces? Why did he bring other people into this? I think your theory is right, but what a fucking bastard.
It's cruel. It's
Yeah.
absolutely cruel.
Yes.
Whatever good was in him has been snuffed out. We have to find that spark of light if we can, but it might not be there anymore.
You notice as you look over at the table, you see that Ryazine is now missing an eye and has this kind of makeshift eye patch on her eye. And Rhea J, you see that she no longer has her bow staff. And one of her hands is wrapped in a bandage.
I don't want to talk to these people.
I feel like it's just gonna be sad, huh?
Well, sometimes you have to do sad things. They maybe people need motivation. I don't.
That's not our problem.
Well,
we
it's
have to motivate
It's
ourselves.
a little bit of our problem.
Yeah, it's not our time to be. We can't just ignore it because
Just because you spent more time with them doesn't
one of them
mean...
might have Krona's gift. We have to talk to them.
Of course.
Suddenly the door slams open and you see this burly man come in with this huge gray beard that almost appears as if lightning is popping in and out of it as he holds this beautiful spear in his hand and a shield that appears, it looks like a shield, but it's actually manifested clouds on the other, and he comes in with this beautiful dark blue robe.
Zeus?
Hi.
No!
You just look like a guy named Zeus that I hooked up with once in college. He was a stripper for our party. It was great.
Is this, I'm back at the maid's maze, yes. We all have been successful. How wonderful.
Yeah, it hasn't been that wonderful for some people.
Who are you?
My name? Oh, hello. I have not met you all yet in this space. My name is Aridin Cole.
Hi, Aridin Cole.
Apologies. Let me properly introduce myself.
As you see him pull his beard off, and you almost as he pulls up, you see that his beard and this whole entire visage is made of clouds. And as he kind of dissipates it, standing in front of you is this gorgeous, silver-haired 30-year-old man.
Well,
That's
hi.
better, isn't it?
You know what? I either is good. I think both equally are good. And you,
The cloud beard is just very,
yeah, powerful. Reminds her of
terrifying.
Yeah.
But shouldn't we all have made it, though? That's what I'm saying. It's some positivity. I know, I sense it in my stomach that there's no happiness here, but we've all made it. We're all here. That's something. We have to hold on to that light.
That's true. He
Yeah.
actually makes a point.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what Violet was saying a second
Motivation.
ago.
Do you have something for us or not?
What?
Do you have something for us or not?
I mean, I have some. What are you looking for?
Well, then you don't.
Well, maybe just a little bit of nuance or a little bit of subtlety could.
She said she was going to give someone to give to us, and that person probably knows who it is. And we have a job to do.
I know.
Dee's missing.
I know.
Well, okay. When it was your memories, Violet, we didn't get those back until we started to enter the third chamber. Not when we got back from the second chamber. When we got back from the first chamber, you still couldn't remember. You didn't know who you were until we got to the door again. So maybe that's what we have to do again.
We have to finish this room. Okay. And then we'll be through.
All right.
I walk up to Minnie. Hey, Minnie, how was that last bit there? Are you okay?
Oh, yes. It was okay. I had to solve a puzzle.
Okay, that's not so bad. See, puzzles. You said a puzzle would be good. Okay, you look
Something's bothering you.
You look real upset about the puzzle.
I was fine about the puzzle. I don't know, something. This feeling in the pit of my stomach. It just. I'm worried about what comes next.
Yeah, I think we all are.
I just want to let you all know that whatever happens, it's been a real pleasure to meet y'all. Hopefully we don't die in this space, or if we do, it has been an honor meeting y'all and working alongside you all.
Here's an option. What if we just defeat this Chaosium? Y'all just hang out here, and we'll break you out. That way you don't have to die.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I figure if we take down the person in charge of all this, then this will dissipate and you guys will be freed. Maybe just wait for us.
That's not a bad idea.
It isn't, and
As Minnie looks over at Max, who kind of nods back.
Well, Max was in here tending the bar whenever y'all went through that threshold that first time, accelerating us into the second chamber.
Wait, we pushed you into the second chamber?
Like he said earlier, as you
I thought just opened it up.
well,
It
all of us,
advanced everybody who was still in the first
we were
level.
all there, and so, well, those who were weaker, or maybe the first chamber was a little safer for them. I'm guessing either are currently, hopefully, stuck in puzzle rooms, or I don't know, maybe have met another fate.
I hope they're stuck in puzzle rooms.
Well, look, it's good to have you guys stay here because people who do make it out of those puzzle rooms are going to need some medical care and they're going to need some help. So why don't we turn this into like a triage type center for y'all, and then we'll try to move forward because we seem to be able to withstand a lot of what this labyrinth has to offer.
I think what she's saying is they might get thrust into a room anyway.
Oh.
Well, is the dwarf we met here?
Yes, you do see that
Finley
Finley
Oh, yeah.
is sitting at the bar. He keeps drinking more and more ale as you see him kind of furiously drinking more and more, probably hoping that perhaps maybe this next one will actually taste like something and give him the relief he so craves.
Can I walk over to him and drink beside him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
I'll tell you this, it is so nice to see another dwarf here.
I understand that, and I agree with that. Gosh, and there's something wonderful and beautiful and loyal about having familiarity, right? With, like, you remind me of all the good things from home, right?
Agreed. In fact, you look very familiar.
Really? You,
Are you Violet Blackforge?
Yes, I am.
I can't say that we've ever met, and I've never met your father, really, but I have seen your portrait, of course, hanging in his armament shop.
It's pretty obnoxious, isn't it?
It's a father's love. Trust me, as I am the son of someone. I have no family myself, but my father and my mother loved me very much. I still carry the locket that my father carried that has my mother's picture and my baby picture in it, if you'd like to see.
I would love to see this.
You look inside and you see, yes, these two hand-drawn portraits in this little silver locket. One of a female dwarf with a beard and like full braids, and you see one that you can only imagine to be younger Finley.
This is so sweet.
I found this on his remains in the tomb where he died.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yes.
Is there any way that I can subtly investigate this?
Sure, roll me 2d6 plus, I'm going to say heart.
All right, that is an 8.
And an 8. What do you want to know?
I just want to know if there's any helpful information on it, like an inscription, or if it's an object that's just personal, or if it's a helpful object.
I will say because you got an 8, it is an object that is simply personal. However, Violet, as you hold the locket in your hands, you look up at Finley once again, and almost in this perfect place where you're seeing the light hit him, you notice that for the first time you're really seeing him clearly, his beard and his hair are the ruddiest red that you've ever seen in your life.
Beautiful.
Yes, I carry it around with me. Hopefully I have a family of my own someday. But who knows, after adventuring, perhaps I'll settle down.
Yeah, I think, you know what, yes, let's just drink to that.
Agreed!
When we settle down.
When we settle down!
Yes.
Wow, I just wish it tasted like something.
Could just be real. Thank you, Finley. Finley, I know this is such a weird question, but no one ever gave you anything that you're supposed to give to the Rock Queens by chance, right?
Oh, Rat Queens. No, I've not been given anything. No.
That's all right. And if I can think of anything useful for me to give you, I'll certainly do that. Thank you, Finley.
You're welcome.
Ready, Red? Anything to you?
You head back to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I look over at him, and I look when you said the ruddy. That's one of the Ares poems.
What do we have to do with the ready?
It's the lost king, the ruddy, the friend.
Do we have to kill them all?
We don't want them.
We don't want to kill them, but they are eventually going to die, and it will help fulfill their prophecy for the Ares.
It's just so unfair because Finley wants to have a family and have his own little
Are you
life.
attracted to him?
You know what? I'm so worn up right now. I'm just confused, but also the 30-year-old back there was also huge. I felt like my body's telling me a lot of things because I'm so overwhelmed being in this space.
Do you want to have kids?
You know what? Maybe I do want to have kids. Okay? Yeah. So sue me. All right?
no,
Sue me.
No judgment.
Yeah, Braga, you sue me,
I'm
all right?
not.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just let's fight about it then.
No, I think it's great. Do what you want to do.
I think
Let's
we're
ask him a
I'd like
Your
to
body,
have
your
kids
choice.
someday. As you see, Bob at the hot water seller has come over and sat at your table.
Oh, Bobbit.
Bobbit, how you been, buddy? Did you get through the last couple chambers too?
Oh, yes, I was given a simple tile puzzle. I simply had to move the tiles to form a picture that then opened a door.
Oh, it sounds way easier than our thing. We had two rooms.
It's probably because you're old. They're just going easy on you.
Maybe.
Perhaps I will take it.
Hey, Bobbit, you didn't happen to find anything, or did you give anything to you that was supposed to be given to us, the Rat Queens? Like a present, or a weapon, or a potion?
That does. I gave you my hot water, didn't I?
Yep.
Thank you.
No, you finished it off for yourself.
I mean, in the
Yeah.
past, I have given
yeah.
you
Yeah.
hot
Yeah.
Well,
water.
you sold it to us.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sold it. I
Paid
believe
you
I've
for it.
actually given it to you
Yeah, probably.
as charity for one point or another, perhaps at a discounted price.
All right,
You
Bobbit.
did.
You
You know,
did give
yeah,
it.
we-
She
yeah,
gave
we
it
did-
to
we-
us to save
bought
barriers,
crap.
but then
Yeah.
that got negated. I
Yeah,
don't know.
some of it was free, some of it cost money.
You've been
Hey,
really. You've
we
been
like
swell.
you.
Yeah.
You're a good dude, Bobbit.
And you got to make money. No one's judging you. But anyway, you don't have any other thing that you need to give us. Do you think? You can think about it.
I will think about it. This entire labyrinth has jumbled the old mindo on Bobbit, and I need to sit and have a good thinksies.
Is it just me, or is Bobbit looking pretty cute?
Oh,
All right,
Hey.
that's enough, Violet. I just
all right. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Get out of
shoot
here.
Now
her.
we might have to sue you.
we'll get out. We'll get out of here eventually, bud.
You can't. You know how most men are fertile until their old age. He's not. You can't. It's impossible.
All right. I stand up on one of the tables in the tavern, and I go, let's just make this faster for all of us. Was anyone in this room given something to give to us?
There's just silent as I stare at you.
Okay, let's go. And then
As Rhea J just kind of crosses her one arm, uninjured arm.
Wait, you're supposed to get something?
yeah, we're trying to get us out of here.
Well, great. Okay. Well, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, well, if the person who has to give us something isn't in here, that means that they're in there. So we have to just keep going.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
gotta
go.
get D back.
Yeah.
Let's go get D back. Okay.
As the four of you make your way towards the door, thank you so much for getting us to 500.
Huh.
We cut outside of the Chaosium and gaze upon Palisade. It is fall right now, and where once the trees would be turning soft shades of amber, yellow, red, and brown, decorating the port town as the fall sea breeze brushes into the harbor. There is something different about Palisade. These once beautiful oak trees, you now see these veins of gray seeping into their trunks, up their branches, as one by one leaves fall, starting to turn from beautiful colors of autumn to the eerie bleak of the nothing. We see gentle storm clouds swirling over Palisade's center. Not your normal storm clouds. These clouds seem to lurk and just hover and stay there, creating a bleak sense for all those that live. We cut to Maestro's bar, the Black Satyr, as he cleans his dishes, his daughter Maddie in the back. He looks out of the window. So does a young bard. She looks out the window as well and clutches a letter to her chest. We cut to the mayor's office, where Mayor Kane paces within his office as Sawyer frantically tells of a situation. We see outside of the mayor's office Larry, posing to be Barry, listening in on the conversation held within. And then we cut to the barracks. We go through a door. We go through another door until we finally reach the most hidden chamber in the barracks of Palisade. In the isolation chamber, there are 5 people placed here. One of them is Tizzy. These 5 individuals sit in different areas of the room facing the walls, their bodies slowly shaking. You don't see any of their faces as we gaze into this room, except for one. Almost as if sensing your presence, Tizzy slowly starts to turn, and you see that her eyes have turned gray and stone-like. As almost with a shriek, she rushes towards the bars of the isolation chamber, clamoring towards you, sensing some kind of spying presence there. As you see on her hands, she has grown like claw stone-like fingers as these gray veins seep back into her skin. We cut back up to Mayor Kane's office, Sawyer frantically begging the mayor to do something, to find Hannah, to find Violet, Braga, Betty, and Dee. In the pit of Sawyer's stomach, he knows that because the Rat Queens aren't in Palisade, this is what is happening. We cut back to inside of the Labyrinth and the Chaosium. Thank you so much for getting us to 500. And thank you so much for voting in the poll.
Did we see that in character?
No.
Okay, because we said the thing about
the
spying.
Audience did.
Okay.
In the metaphorical sense.
I was confused because of the Tizzy thing.
In the metaphorical sense, Tizzy felt eyes.
Okay.
The
Making sure.
Watcher's eyes upon them.
The camera angles.
I know, I get it. I was just clarifying.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Sorry that I clarified.
Wow.
You see standing in front of you is a black door. Beautiful, gilded black door with these beautiful ivy carvings on it. And at the top of it reads, Trial by Puzzle.
Can we just burn down this room?
Can I just fight the puzzle?
I think this is preferable.
Good.
Okay.
Someone should. Someone should.
Good. You can solve it.
Puzzle time.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You gotta get T back.
For D. I want to open the door.
Violet, as soon as you open the door and you touch the doorknob and you push the door open and you take one step within this room, you are the only person to hear. Suddenly there's screams behind you.
Are you all right?
A quick ha! As if someone was taken. Only you heard this. You turn around and you see that the 4 of you still stand there.
You going in? What's up?
No. Somebody just screamed. Somebody was taken from this room.
What?
Somebody was. Someone must have been here.
Was it D?
I don't know.
Is it the puzzle? Can we go back into the tavern and see if anything's
You
going?
turn around and there is only a stone wall behind you. There is nothing.
Can we discern realities? Or get situated?
Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many tokens?
Hannah, this is a token update. You have 2 tokens. Violet has 0. Braga has 2. Betty has 2.
Oh.
And there are still 2 second chances.
Coolio.
thank
Thank
you.
you. I'm going to make that a 10. So I'll use one of the tokens.
Wonderful. Hannah, you turn around and you see these two pools of lights appear. And because you rolled so well, your half-demon eyes see that there are two tables with a picture on each. And then you see, illuminated in the middle, is a lever.
So those are the three things I see?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell who the pictures are of?
Hannah, you are the first one. You sense that there is nothing inherently dangerous about this room. Your magical pulse sensing senses that. As you move forward, on the table to your left, you pick up a picture. And within the frame, you see 3 photos. Max, Raya, and Ryazine. 3 portraits of them. You go to the other table and you pick up the frame. There is only one photo in this one. Bobbit, the hot water seller.
I'm so happy you picked this door.
Maybe we got a choice to pick this door.
There was only one door. Was there more than one door?
Oh, there was for, let's say, entities in the world around you. The forces that be created this door for you here.
They should feel really shitty about themselves then.
Welcome, Rat Queens, to my trolley problem.
What's a trolley?
Great. Yeah, it's a
What's a trolley?
Perfect. Great.
What's a trolley?
That sells the candy and stuff, right? They push it around.
like a cart.
Little
That's a
with
cart?
candy.
So
carts.
what?
The big carts.
Great.
In my infinite knowledge of the infinite planes, there is a humanitarian dilemma of sorts that sometimes beings put themselves through to see if they might choose the right answer.
But there isn't a right answer here.
Exactly. Hard choices in life must be made. Do the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few? You have a choice, Rat Queens. Your friends. Bobbit. Death is slowly coming towards him. Someone you've known for quite a long time. Someone who has become your friend on this adventure. Death is at Bobbit's doorstep. Now you can prevent this by simply pulling the lever in the middle of the room. Bobbit's life will be spared. However, Max, Ryazine, and Raya will perish.
Well, and if we refuse to choose?
Ah, well then, see, that is where things can get very interesting. I will add D somewhere to the mix, and then we will see what happens if you don't make a choice, Hannah.
Got it. I go into the room. I want to pick up the portrait of Bobbit and just put it on the table with other people. Did I solve your puzzle yet? I just moved him so they're all on the same trolley. And so if you hit, it won't. It's only on the one side. He's not over there anymore. Is that not it?
I think that sounds good.
I think I solved it.
It does sound good.
I think I did it.
You hear in the distance.
Tick tock,
Okay.
Rat Queens.
Alright, that was just
Your
symbolic.
friend Krona, yes, of time, will not be able to help you here. You see, I have D and her trinkets, so you're going to have to make a decision.
So let me get this straight. In this so-called trolley problem, there's an out-of-control trolley that it's nobody's fault that this happened, right?
Exactly.
So what's your What's your excuse? You're just a mean, terrible, horrible being that wants to ruin lives. Huh?
Ruin your lives, specifically.
But those three had nothing to do with it. You're murdering innocent people have nothing to do with us.
I have put others into trial. You could have gotten trial by combat. Would you have had to face another one here? Or perhaps you would have had to face a different foe of a different kind. Minnie has survived because of choices she made. In this life, you must all make choices. Nothing is sacred. Everything is tainted. Everything you do affects another.
Who died when you were younger?
I don't know.
No, you do.
Are you trying to get personal?
Yes.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna use my token. It's gonna be a 10. Motherfucker coming for you, and your emotions and that heart.
Can I get personal?
Get personal.
So how many tokens are you using?
I'm using 1.
Wonderful.
How many remain? Are there
0.
That's what I thought.
Braga has 2 and Betty has 2, and there are 2 rerolls.
What? What do you mean someone who died when I was younger?
What happened to you when you were a child? What was the bad thing that happened to you?
I remember I was the youngest of a family of magic users. My older brother was a masterful cleric. My sister, a powerful enchantress, and me, I just had my puzzles and my games. I had no magical ability. I was born without it. The black sheep of the Acker family. I dedicated my time to becoming a blacksmith, developing puzzles, mechanisms, things that could be used. Magic wasn't the only thing out there. I had a mind. My mind was my power. And so I put that power into pursuing and becoming part of the triad to prove to my family that I was in fact someone, something, some person of value. Only to have them all forget me as soon as I was made a member.
You start to feel the room shake and shudder as the stones from the ceiling that looks like there's nothing there, the ceiling that goes into emptiness, suddenly these stones start to fall down, almost appearing like crystal as the room continues to shake.
Bad.
You will not sway him. Hannah Violet Braga Benedict. Your path is set. Stick to it.
You fight him. You can fight him.
With that, you hear
D.
Bobbit scream once again.
Bobbit.
No, fight him. We'll remember you.
Your friend D has finally been added to the mix. You must choose now, Rat Queens. D and Bobbit or Max, Rhea J and Ryazine. You must pick.
Take me instead. Dee traded herself for me once, and I'm taking that shit back.
There are no trade backs. You must choose now, or their death and fate is sealed, Braga.
I had 2 more questions.
I will say that do you want to ask your 2 more questions?
No.
We can save them for a later date.
Make your choice.
This isn't destiny. This isn't fate. This isn't unfortunate things happening to people. You're choosing to do this. This is your own decision, and it's wrong, and you know it.
I'm going to pull the lever and push it towards Ryazine and Rhea J and Max while you're yelling at him.
Yeah.
You do so. Hannah, as you push the lever, you hear a click.
Have you made your decision?
I moved the lever, didn't I?
Very well. Their fate has been sealed.
And then you hear nothing. There are no screams. There is no crying, no terror. Simply a click. As you hear the door behind you creak open. And standing there is Dee and Bobbit.
Hi.
Hello. Is everything okay?
No, it's not.
Were you two just in the tavern now, or where did you come from?
I was somewhere. I don't remember where. Bobbit's right. I felt like I was in an empty space. But then I was in a room, and then now we're here. Is everything okay?
No.
This Acker person made us decide who was going to live and who was going to die. It was between you two or the other three in the tavern.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you had to make that choice.
I did. They didn't. It was me.
Hannah, you don't have to take this on yourself.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
I would do the same for you.
It's okay.
She made a very hard choice because we couldn't.
It wasn't hard.
Oh, and about that thing you were asking me earlier. Yes, I do remember it now.
You son of a-
What?
I have a gift for you.
Oh my god.
What is it?
I've actually, funny thing, back when I was selling my hot water at the Palisade Summer Solstice Festival, doesn't that seem like such a long time ago?
Yes, sure
You're gonna need
does.
to expedite this story.
Wonderful. When I was there was, I don't remember this initially happening, but something just came back into my memory. I saw this older woman come by my stand, and she handed me this a beautiful golden flower, and she said, put it in a canister of some of your water, put the entire flower in there, close the lid, and give it to the rat queens once the choice has been made.
Oh.
And so, I guess I'm supposed to give this to you now.
That's kind of
I take it.
it's kind of beautiful, isn't it? That this choice was
Predestined?
predestined. I mean, they knew we were always gonna pick D. We were always gonna pick our friend that we love.
I don't like that our love was used as a weapon to hurt other people.
No.
Well, if I may say anything, I would gladly give my life to all of you rat queens. I have lived such a wonderful life, selling my hot water, traveling to various cities in this realm, experiencing the magical qualities of the spring that I call home. Yet I have not met 5 braver souls than you. And when the time comes, if it comes, I will gladly lay down my life and offer you any help I can. I have a debt that must be paid, and I will see it paid through, whether it is by hot water or my own life once again. As you see Bobbit kneel in front of you.
What do we do? What do we do with this flower? I don't
I don't know.
You don't see that the flower. You see that you see inside this beautiful golden canister. You see that the flower is in there, in this water. And Braga, almost as if you take it into your hands, you see that the flower begins to melt away, and now it has created this golden hot water.
For them.
For them?
No, I'm sorry. I'm making a big leap. I just
Well, if we could find their bodies, maybe.
Oh. It is for you and you alone.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, no, that makes more sense. I'm sorry. I just wanted it to
No,
be true.
it's just that is what.
Always the optimist.
I thought so too. I thought maybe she was trying to raise our burden. So
For us.
do we drink this? Or save it for when we need it?
I believe you save it for when you need it. It is my hot water combined with some kind of godlike property. Perhaps it will do you well in a time of great need.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Wonderful. Oh. I'm sorry I did not think of this gift sooner. It's as if suddenly it happened and I remembered it.
It's all
There's a lot
right.
of that going around. I
Yeah.
don't think it's your fault.
Okay. I say we find this guy and we tear off his head.
Yeah. After lots of other things.
Excellent plan, Betty.
You know, what pisses me off the most is this whole thing is supposed to be about chaos, chaosiums, Arius the Grey. But everything he's doing isn't chaotic. It's just cruel. It's not about chaos. It's not about randomness. It's about control and power and just being an asshole.
You're right. You're completely right. It's horrible. And Hannah got at something. What hurt him to make him so cruel?
Being forgotten.
Being forgotten.
Hannah, you still have those 2 questions. Would you like to use them now or save them?
I'm gonna save them.
Wonderful. The door behind where Dee and Bobbit once stood closes. Dee and Bobbit now standing in the room with you all. As the door melts away. And then suddenly, from behind, you feel this presence as this black onyx staircase appears with a beautiful white carpet running down the middle of it. What do you do?
I guess we keep going.
We have to.
As the 5 of you and Bobbit continue your way up the staircase, you find yourself standing at a precipice with a beautiful black door with silver gilding along it and silver handles. From behind this door, you actually hear music. Music that begins to sound like a waltz of some kind. What do the 5 of you do?
You think he's behind here?
I hope so.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. I trust you all.
I kick in the door.
Ooh.
You kick in the door, and standing in front of you is what appears to be a masquerade. Everyone is in gowns of white, masks of white, gowns of black, masks of black, as they twirl and dance on the floor in front of you. The floor, you look down and you see that the tiles go white, black, white, black, white, black, almost resembling a chessboard. And as the waltz continues, as the 5 of you enter, you feel your clothing change into gorgeous ball gowns as you stand there. And in front of you, to the left, you see 5 thrones of black. To the right,
you see 5 thrones of white. And the players make their way in. And that is where we will end tonight's Rat Queens episode.
Yay!
Real quick, do I do this right now? Let's do it right now. Hey, everybody in the Rat Queens. How about we have a dance-off to the new song by New Jersey electronic bat boy Terrence Pryor. Okay?
What?
Yes.
Wait.
Have some sick jams. I got a missive that we have some
missive?
sick jams that we're going to do a quick dance to.
Right, Terrence, you've been making.
I know what song this
yeah.
is.
He's making
that-
like music like for the Rat Queen.
I'm gonna
nice.
pull that theme, I think.
Yeah, he like takes quotes from us and puts them in his music.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Give me your best dance moves, Rat Queens.
Oh.
Rat Queens.
All right, go.
That's a very
Go.
quotable
Go.
Gemily quote.
Yeah.
Little horsey, think of the sun and the nice little grains you'll get at home. Don't think about this scary
This slams.
baby, just think about
This is my new workout mix.
All right, this is the point like it drops. And, like you think,
okay.
you think it's gonna
All right,
be.
we're
Spoiler.
No,
Yeah.
I mean
Okay.
EDM, like
You're like
Molly,
Oh,
like
Where
where you're
we're
like
building,
in.
we're
but
building.
you were like spoiling a song.
No.
Talking over it.
Jesus Lord in heaven.
That was very good. I feel like that was worth the wait.
Just sword.
I feel like
Wish I had my
God
axes tonight.
damn rat noses out of things that don't concern us.
Like rocks.
Get hump, get hump, get hump, get hump, get hump, get hump.
Get my workout for today. I forget the rat queen. Stop screaming.
Oh
That was the
my
best.
goodness, that was
Oh.
incredible. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Terrence.
much, Terrence.
Wow.
That's
Thank you,
amazing.
Terrence. Oh
I
my God.
loved that
terrific.
so
That
much.
is beautiful. Oh my goodness, I need to go download that immediately.
Ah, fuck, it's a rat queen.
Oh my god.
I think my favorite part is the Dave.
I just love Michelle's song.
Yeah, the pony song.
Little
See.
Forever immortalized in this song now. Thank you so much, Terrence.
So great.
That is amazing.
Thank you all so much. We love hearing songs by you. We love getting fan art by you. We love hearing your theories. Feel free to keep sharing this stuff with us. It makes, oh my gosh, I'm going to start crying. That was beautiful.
So good.
It was a great, fun little sweet remix.
Yeah,
What
it
if
was a nice, like, fun thing to end a really dark episode with.
Yeah, it was
Also,
the levity we needed.
That could be the song that we do our ball masquerade to.
great ball song.
Fuck the rat queens.
If it's fate, it's fate.
I wish we had that when we did the dance party episode that we did.
I know.
The one-off with the cat
With the
Kings.
Cat Kings. The Cat
And
Kings
then you could have,
dance
oh, fuck, it's
one-off.
the Cat Kings.
They have their own remix.
Yeah.
It goes.
Okay.
Anyways, let's go ahead and thank all the people who made tonight's show possible. Peak One.
Peak one.
Peak One.
Peak one.
Eridinsk.
Eridinsk.
Zaron 23.
Zaron 23.
Metsu's Phantom.
Metsu's Phantom.
PR Fan 2002.
PR Fan 2002.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Damoon Rules.
Damoon Rules.
Dambowski 11.
Dambowski 11.
Winston EXE.
Winston EXE.
Desert Despoina.
Desert Despoina.
Dashing CN.
Dashing
Dashing
CN.
CN.
Employed Baldy.
Employed
Baldy.
Baldy. Yay.
Congratulations. Ben Osteen.
Ben Osteen.
Peak One.
Peak One.
Peak One.
Peak One.
Drek Fletch.
Drek Fletch.
And Peak One.
And Peak One.
Thank you all so much. You are all amazing. You make tonight's show possible. You warm all of our Rat Queens' hearts, and we love telling these stories with you all. Thanks so much for being a part of them and voting in the polls as well. Did you imagine that you were going to get a trolley problem? What was going to be the trial by combat? I'll give you this hint. The bone dragon would have appeared that was then pulled out of time. That was going to be the fun surprise in that one. But that's what happens when you make choices, and choices have consequences.
Oh, I would love to have fought the bone dragon.
That being said, there is a whole plethora of programming here at Hyper RPG that you can tune in for. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Warhammer 40K, and be sure to tune in earlier with Scott for the Grim Dark Daily, which is a fun little show before Warhammer kicks off. Friday is Troll Hunters. Monday is Kolak 1991 with the big LARP episode. So remember when they had 40 people there last time? They're building up to do another LARP episode this Monday. And then Tuesday, of course, is Bloodcurdling Tales in Time. Wednesday, you're right back here at 7 p.m. Pacific time here live on Hyper RPG for the Rat Queens RPG. And there also is, I believe, a hyperdrive coming up.
Yeah.
It is in 2 weekends from now. So mark it on your calendars. I believe it's the weekend right before
28th.
TwitchCon. Yes. So get excited.
During TwitchCon.
During
I
TwitchCon?
believe.
It's during TwitchCon, yes.
It is during TwitchCon.
Which
My
is
apologies. The hyperdrive during TwitchCon. So mark it in your calendars. We'll see you then. And then for all the amazing people here at this table, you've seen their social medias and their handles in the chat below. Be sure to follow them. They've got films they're working on. They've got amazing shows coming up. They've got amazing D&D shows that they're on, and they've got amazing podcasts that they're on as well. So be sure to check out each of our queens' links. Give them a follow on social media. See what they're up to. And until next Wednesday, my queens, keep adventuring and stay alive.
Ooh. Oh, let's roll that.